Okay. Good morning. Oh, let's see here.
I'm more tired today than I was Monday.
Wow, how come?
I don't know. I feel like I've been so busy since I work every day and I babysit every day.
Is that your job, babysitting?
Well, I
No.
work at Chick-fil-A
And
every
then?
day and I babysit 3 to 5 every day, which isn't bad, but.
But if you're babysitting, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
You're, how old is the?
She's 10.
Oh, well, that's not so bad. It's not like
Yeah.
having to change diapers or feed them or anything,
No,
but it's still. Okay, that's gotta be. Well, I had 2 of my students submitted links to articles, and I can't get to them. And I'm pretty sure I said download the article, right? Isn't that what I said? Okay. All right, let's see. I was actually looking through the articles that have been submitted so far. I have 2 situations. Shannon and Skylar at Abernathy. You sent me links to the article. I can't access them. There's no, what you have to do is you have to download the article and then upload a copy of the article to me. So you'll need to do that by sending me a course message and attaching a copy of the article. I can't use a link. I have to have access to the document, okay? So y'all need to do that as quickly as possible. And so far, everybody else that has turned theirs in, I've already checked them and seen some very interesting articles out there. Looks like you've been doing your research. Awesome job. We're gonna do work on paraphrase and summary today. And I have a couple of easy exercises to start us off. And then I decided I would find an article on the death penalty, and I would I've already set up the document. But let's look at these exercises first. Let me go in and open.
Patty?
I didn't open a second one. I have copies, so.
Patty?
1301, go to sign. I have to talk myself through one.
Patty?
I'm sorry?
Hi, it's Brenda from Abernathy.
Do we have a question?
It's Brenda from Abernathy.
Yes.
Our copier is broken, so they don't have the hard copy of the handout, but it's been uploaded to them, so they have a digital copy.
So they have a digital copy, awesome. Then they can do the paraphrasing on another one, okay, good. There's nothing like having to stand over there. Actually, I'd planned on standing over there later on, paraphrasing exercises, which are PDF, by the way, so, and so if you can write on it, that's awesome. So, let me come over here. You can tell it's becoming the middle of the semester. I only have 1 SPC student out of 5 here so far, which might be an indication of things not going well. I don't know, Zach came to my office for about half an hour on Monday. We found him an article, we submitted it, it was, we got a lot done. So, okay. All right, so, let me put it up here. And let me make it bigger. I have to remember, I want to hit the little curvy arrow on this, which all that does is it changes it, the orientation. So here it is, paraphrasing with synonyms. This is a very easy one to begin with. And so what it says is find a synonym for the underlined words or phrases, rewrite each sentence using these new words and phrases. That means I'll be honest, if you just change the words that are underlined, that would still show up as plagiarized. So you have to, You have to actually rewrite the sentence. So we'll just look at the first one together. It says around, let me make that bigger, it's still kind of small. Oh, wow. Around 30,000 children may be helped by the proposed free lunch program. So by having you do synonyms, if I can say it, it's a way to get you started on doing it. So I'm just sitting here around. So if I'm saying around 30,000, another word you can use in place of around would be about. So you could write an about up here. No, let me hit the draw thing. There we go. You could do about. You could do approximately. I'm not going to spell it all the way out. But those are two words you can use in place of around. 30,000 children may be helped by. All right, so I'm stuck. Helped by. Okay. We're working on the paraphrase and summary. The other documents are from Monday. Okay. So helped by the proposed free lunch program. So, this is my paraphrase document that's actually has a summary on it too. But I'm going to come down here and I'm going to write in then helped by. And I'm going to go to, is it review? Yeah, it's review that has thesaurus. Through, try means helped by. So it's picking up on by, not help. So I don't often use a thesaurus just because I'm a crazy old lady, so I should know these words, thesaurus. So helped would be, it's still sticking by. Let's go helped. Aided, assisted, facilitated, abetted, relieved, improved. I like aided or assisted. So I'm going to go back over to the document, get to the right one, and it's maybe aided. And by is just a preposition, so another preposition that means the same thing, I could say through. It's a longer word, isn't it? The proposed free lunch. So I'm going to go back over to that Word document, get rid of helped, and I'm just going to type in the word proposed. Planned, projected, anticipated, offered, recommended, propositioned, advised. Let's see. The planned, projected, okay, it is proposed. Planned or projected. Let me see how that works in there. In my mind, I'm going to see. Planned or projected. Oh, I'm just going to go with planned. Okay, so I've already begun to make it my own. So about approximately I would have to say 30,000, and I'm going to I would go so far as to say students. Could be, I'm changing may to could, so this is how I would rewrite it, could be aided through the planned free lunch and program. Let's go look at program. See, I'm actually going to be changing more words than they say to change because I want to make sure it doesn't come up as plagiarized. Database, plan, software package, okay, package. Database. None of those work, do they? So actually what I could do now is, because I know it's a free lunch program, who puts on free lunch programs? I might say governmental. I might just insert governmental in front of that. And now I've changed up the sentence enough that it's mine. Okay, so what I want you guys to do is, let's have Abernathy. Let me see how many, let me look at this one. Oh, there's only 7 sentences, so now there's 6. So Abernathy, do 2, 4, and 6, and everybody else do 3, 5, and 7. And I just say that because they have the most people. The number 13. There's nothing like having your copier broke at a school. I mean, those are vital. So, if you've got your phone, you can always log into dictionary.com or thesaurus and just, actually, with Words by Friends Cheat. I use Words with Friends Cheat all the time for other stuff. But let's see, let's just go thesaurus. Search. So So I'm right here, thesaurus.com, synonyms and antonyms. So I would go through and, I don't wanna look at that, that's an ad, synonym of the day. Hidden. Most search words. Word is in. Oh, there's the search up here. So I would just start off with people. So you can see, if there wasn't glare, you could see they've got 8 possible words. But then they have a comparison in them so you can see which one's better. Okay? So that's where phones come in handy. Well, I know you guys don't wanna do that. And I'm gonna give you just a few minutes to do that. And you can just write in like I did on the page, okay? You don't have to totally rewrite the sentence. I just wrote above it. that I spend time reading things. I just type the word data gases instead of databases. Give you about one more minute. Hopefully you're done. I was actually trying to work through the articles from this is the third one in a row that they've not done it correctly. Okay. Let me send one more message and then we'll do these. All right, let's go. Missing subject. Oh, crap. All righty. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera over here. We'll see if I can, I just wanna involve you guys so I'm not having to do all the work. Why did I hit PC? I got PC. 3. There we go. So you can at least see me. Okay. All right, this is so I can hear what you say. Otherwise, it's too difficult to run back and forth, okay? So let's just start with, Stacy, since you're here first and you're right in the front row. Tell me what you wrote on number 2. All of the people in class studied hard, the effect was a big increase in test scores.
All of the students in the class
Oh, you didn't
studied
read that, sorry, Abernathy had to, my bad. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I've done 2 things since I guess, I know. Okay, let me just holler at somebody from Abernathy. Let's go with Colton. What'd you put on that one, Colton?
All of the students in the class studied
Okay, can you
extensively.
get a little closer to the microphone?
All of the students in the class studied extensively. The outcome was an improvement in test scores.
Okay, you said all of the, what in the class?
All of the students,
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. What? You're not saying students,
all of the students in the class studied extensively.
Okay.
The outcome was an improvement in test scores.
Okay, so, you used extensively and placed intensely. The outcome was, did you say significant improvement? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay, something like that. Okay, why didn't you change student?
Ours said that it said people.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, I'm sorry. You did say students, okay, my bad. All right, my brain is not working. I apologize, Colton, that's right. All of the students in class studied, extensively the, results, so it was good. There are lots of different ways to do it, that's one way to do it, okay? If you wanna get out of all of the students, you could say everyone in Mrs. whatever's class, see how you've now become more specific, studied, whatever, okay? All right, number 3, Casey, now we'll pick on you. And so you're doing, if you use cheap paper and discount ink, the quality of your printed documents will suffer. This situation can be avoided by switching to higher quality products.
I suggest if you use low-price paper and premium ink, the quality of your printed document will, I didn't get that one, because I didn't have.
Will be unacceptable.
This problem can be avoided by converting a high quality
By converting to high quality equipment, I don't know, that's, yeah, you're getting in there. You could also, if you use low-cost paper and budget ink, your printed documents will not look good. Okay, this unfortunate experience can be avoided by using high-quality materials. So, there are lots of ways to say it. Okay, let's go back over and pick over one, somebody else at Abernathy. How about, Shay, how about you? Wave at me, Shay. Hi there.
We said the weather forecast.
Okay.
Did you hear?
Yeah, you're doing the weather,
So-
let me read the first sentence though. The weather forecast says it will be mostly windy and rainy over the next few days. In addition, a strong typhoon is expected to hammer the coast next Wednesday. Okay, so we'll have to paraphrase it.
The weather forecast says it will be mostly windy and rainy throughout the next several days.
Throughout, okay, stop there. Throughout the next several days, I'm just trying to make sure, we can't hear you here. Do the other schools hear each other, okay, without any problems? Do y'all hear each other without any problems? I see a thumbs up. Is that Crosby, the same for you? You can hear them clearly? I'm the only one that can't hear. Okay, awesome. And the students with me. Okay, all right, what'd you do with the second part?
Furthermore, a powerful typhoon is expected to collide with the coast next Wednesday.
Oh, I like that. What did you say before typhoon?
before. Powerful.
A powerful typhoon is expected to collide. You know what? That's an awesome word. If you think about it, to put collide in there, because it's like a crash. When typhoon is just another word for hurricane, okay? It's what they use. It's over in Asia. That's the term they use. But collide is, think about it. When two cars, there's this accident and bad things happen. So I thought collide was a good choice there. Good job. Let's see. Zach, you want to try number 5? A science teacher caught 2 high school students smoking outside the school cafeteria. This action forced the principal to expel them for violating the school's no smoking policy. Now you just get sent to alternative, right? Isn't that what happened? Okay, go ahead.
Number 5,
Yes.
the science teacher, captured the 2 high school.
Captured, all right. 2 high school students, okay.
Captured this, I didn't get that one,
This event is,
cause I skipped around.
okay, that's okay. Is
To suspend
to suspend, okay.
for them violating,
For violating, okay. Or breaking.
breaking
There you go.
the school's no smoking rule.
Rule, you got it. Okay, so we just need, what is another word you can use for this action? This event. That's, there's a lot of words you can use. So this action forced the principal. Their choice, their poor choice of activity, that you could say that. I've got some fun ones about kids smoking. Actually, it was the kids who in a science class with the science teacher, and they talked about how they were going to put alcohol in their Sonic drinks and bring it to the basketball game that night. And so the teacher told administration about it, and guess who got caught? Guess who got to go to alternative, Nobody ever said high school kids were super smart, right? All right, let's look at, number 6. That would go back to Abernathy. Anybody want to volunteer from Abernathy? Or you just want me to randomly torture someone?
I can do it.
Okay, who is I?
Charlie.
Okay, Charlie, thank you. So you're doing, the engineer must judge how much dynamite to use according to the quantity of material to be removed from the tunnel. What'd you get?
The engineer must determine how much dynamite to use depending on the amount of material being removed from the tunnel.
Okay, so you said the engineer must determine how much dynamite to use depending on the amount of material to be removed from the tunnel. Okay?
Yes.
Good job. All right. Some interesting sentences here is all I've got to say. Again, this is something I found on the internet. It was a lot easier trying to come up with some. I tried to come up with some on my own, and I thought this is going to take forever. So we come back over here, and Claire, you want to do number 7?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
She's working on it. Okay. Well, your options are going to be you or Megan. So, Megan, have you got it done by chance? No.
What website is that?
This particular page, do you not? Oh, you're talking about the thesaurus page?
Yeah.
On Google, I just typed in thesaurus, and it took me to thesaurus.com. So I'll talk slowly to give you an opportunity to finish it. Here's a good one. Skateboarding is a fun way to exercise, meet people, and look cool. By the way, they developed skateboards when I was in elementary school in California in the 60s. That's how long they've been around. I actually used to have a skateboard with metal wheels. That's what they first put on them. Okay, sorry. Little side note. It is a popular sport with around 10 million skaters worldwide. If you watch the Olympics, you got to see that. Based on this information, skateboard companies work hard to develop new products for this large group of consumers. Okay, so let's work it together. Skateboarding is a blank way to exercise.
You can say
Either one of you, what'd you say?
I said awesome.
Awesome, what'd you say? Enjoyable. Enjoyable comes up more to fun, but awesome also works, or you could say great way to exercise, but enjoyable does give you the word fun in it, doesn't it, okay? Meet people and look cool. Well, in my mind, what your word you use, awesome might work better there, and look awesome. And look stylish. See, that doesn't kind of flow with the whole skateboarder vibe, does it? So if you say awesome, it does. Or, what's the slang term for somebody who's really stylish? There's not one? I don't know. You know,
Groovy.
PHAT used to be that, right? Didn't that used to be a term for that? My computer just went dark on me. Okay, all right, so we don't have it. There are no cool words for being cool right now, except for cool, okay? Then we go to, it is a popular sport with around 10 million skaters. Around, could be.
Could you use
the word about or you can?
You can use about. See, it's around here, so you can use about, approximately, close to,
Could you use an estimate?
with an estimated number of 10 million skaters. See how by using estimated, I have to put some other words in there, because estimated, you know, I wanted to say that just, so some paraphrasing can make it significantly longer. So how are you gonna say worldwide? All over the world?
Global.
Globally? Okay, that's a good word. Universal appeal? We can just see the people on Mars and Jupiter on their skateboards, right? Or entire galactic appeal. All right. Based on this information, what's the word we can use in place of information? Knowledge, data, what?
Input.
Input, based on this input, okay. Skateboard companies work hard to develop, establish, create. Before you can create the product, you have to envision, design. See, there's a lot of words out there, but you have to be careful when you use the thesaurus that it fits the context. That's the biggest issue that I had with that student. I was in an online summer school class, and she just randomly would pick a word out of the thesaurus list for a word, and it wouldn't make sense in the sentence. They made no sense because it was the wrong context. Then what? We also come down to, for this large group of consumers, buyers, fans, sports enthusiasts. Wouldn't you call skateboarding a sport?
Say a hobby.
Hobby? Okay. Oh, I don't know, those kids in the Olympics were doing some pretty wild and crazy things, weren't they? Okay, so you can see paraphrasing can be interesting, it can also be challenging. So, you've got, two passages. Let's have everybody but Abernathy do the cell phone one, and then, everybody do it, and Abernathy. Just very quickly run through and do those words quickly. I'm gonna go see if I can find any more errors in their submission of this stuff. And then I think let's see where we are time-wise, not too bad. See if I can figure out what they were doing. Okay, I'm not kidding. Everybody has, I don't know what they're downloading. Now forgive me. This is the next class I'm having some problems with. Yeah. They didn't pay much attention to that. Okay. So I'm gonna have to have a different conversation with them at the beginning of class. There we go. Wow, that's tiny print. Oh, you've done all of those? No, okay. And the phones are so frickin' handy, aren't they? Y'all, I walked my dogs yesterday, and you know what I did? I listened to Christmas music while I was walking my dogs. The wind was blowing, it was in shorts. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but, I guess I was in the mood. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, gosh. My 10 o'clock class. Were they not there? I can spell that right. 7-6, okay. There we go. Okay, I'm making a note real quick here, but why do I still have one that doesn't work? Oh, it does, okay. Okay. Come over here. And what did I turn that off? I go over there? I guess I did. Okay, so, I'm not even gonna take any names right now. We'll just start off, I'll just have SBC, or let's see, Crosbyton. Somebody up there where the text says, cell phone usage has exploded over the past decade and continues to rise. What word at Crosbyton did you guys use in place of cell?
Mobile phone usage has expanded in the past few years and continues to increase.
Okay, I heard mobile phone usage has expanded over the past few years and continues to increase. Does that sound pretty good, Donna?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Maybe I should have gotten a pencil that writes all the time and not just part of the time. Okay, all right, so let's go with, Lorenzo. I stop and think. I'm still having trouble getting the classes straight, who's where. All right, Lorenzo, help me out with this one. Today, there are over 1 billion phone users worldwide. You got an easy sentence.
Today, there are above 1 billion phone users internationally.
Okay, that was good. Today, there are above 1 billion phone users, internationally. I like that. That's a good word. Let's see, at above, that's just unreal, 1 billion phone users. Okay. All right, so let's go to Abernathy for this one. Concern has arisen over whether cell phone usage can harm a person's health.
Distress has arisen whether over cell phone usage can cause damage to a person's health.
Okay, so distrust, is that what you said for the first word?
Distress.
Distress, okay, has arisen over whether cell phone usage can,
Cause damage to a person's health.
That'll work. But you can see just by coming up with another word, we had to add 2 or 3 more words. So paraphrasing is one way to help you get that 600 word count when you're doing something. Does that make sense? Because when you put it in your own words, you're going to have to use a few more to get it across. Okay. All right, SPC. Brain cancer rates in the United States have risen since cell phones were introduced. You guys got the last long one. Leading some people to wonder if cell phone usage is the reason for the increase. So, brain cancer rates.
Intracranial memory. Oh my gosh, that was not English. I said intracranial tumors.
Intracranial tumors.
In the United States.
Okay, well, you've got to deal with race. Number of intracranial tumors. See how I now took 4 words to do 3? And the United States have grown. There's a pun in there. Think about it. The numbers have gotten grown, as have the tumors growing. I'm sorry, it's a morbid sense of humor, isn't it? Since cell phones were introduced, leading some people to wonder if cell phone usage is the reason for? Is the cause. Anything else? The source is responsible for the spike, dramatic rise. You know, there's a lot of ways to do it, okay? So, pretty good, all right? So, we haven't looked at the second page, okay. Okay, there's already some grammatical errors on that one, so. Okay, let's go over here and look at the sentence I've got. I'm gonna come back over here to me. And this is about the death penalty. And so what I did was I found an article, and it's session timed out, continue session. I just typed in death penalty. I actually went to one with statistics, and let me show you that, because I think that's, well, I may not find this one again. This one is called, We on Death Row. It's 2000, it's 21 years old. It's probably not the best article to use, because it's 21 years old when you're talking about the death penalty. Oh, look at that big lock. Thanks for visiting. You are logged out successfully. Awesome. Okay. I don't want to be in EBSCO. I want to be in opposing viewpoints. Let me go back into death penalty real quick. And I'm just picking on that because, again, if you cannot figure out a topic, I have my next class, nobody has a topic. None of the SPC kids have topics, okay? And I'm like, just do death penalty. You don't have to think about changing the world with this essay you're going to write for me. I have one student that's what that student wants to do. They want to write something really impactful. And I'm like, let's just do it. Oh, yeah. Did y'all see the jumping cursor? That happens all the time to me. Drives me crazy. Okay, death penalty. So I thought, I'm going to go look at statistics because you can quote statistics. But when I clicked on statistics, so that's something to watch out for in opposing viewpoints. And I look and I see chart, executions of women in the United States, state by state. So when you click on it, women executed, 16 death sentence women have been executed by state since 1976. That is not a very big number. That is 47 years. That's not a big number. 45 years, sorry, would help if I could do math. But look, oh, we're killing them in Texas, aren't we? 6 women have been executed. So here's your chart. So it's like, how would I paraphrase this? Whatever I give, if I give a statistic from something like this, I've got to say, according to the Death Penalty Information Center, Texas leads all states by executing women by more than, I don't know, I'd have to figure out a percentage. You know, I could list 6. Apparently Oklahoma likes to kill women too, and Florida's 2, everybody else is 1. So that's a little interesting, isn't it? So using a statistic might not be the best way to go when you want to paraphrase something. Though there were several more. Looking at the death penalty as of March 23rd, 2020, much more valuable document. States with capital punishment, states with a governor imposed more. Kim Elliott. Sorry. That's my daughter. So you can see, Colorado governor signed a bill repealing the death penalty, commuted the sentences, so they now no longer have it. So you can see clearly, visually, who has it and who doesn't have it. But so how do you use that information? So be careful about going into statistics. I guess that's the main thing I want to tell you. So let's go back up here and let's just go, what I hit? I guess I hit viewpoints. Government executions, debase U.S. law. Okay. I don't even remember where I found it. But I did find that article, okay? And so we'll just pretend that this was it. I found a sentence in the article that I really liked. I highlighted it so that I could show you what I was doing. So let me go over and look at the sample. Let me get out of the source over here. So here it is. I'm going to make it big. So student name, Mrs. Thompson, English 1301, 200. That would be you guys. 441 is them at the schools. And that's the due date for the draft. And please don't write, there's nothing more frustrating as an instructor to get your final paper in and it says compare and contrast draft. Do y'all get the issue with that? It's the final paper. Why are you calling it a draft? Why doesn't it say Dumbledore versus Gandalf or something? You know, why isn't it a title? I'm just telling you, be careful about putting draft as your final thing.
Do we have to have titles on the summary?
No, summary. See, you can put summary, paraphrase, assignment. That's okay, because this is not. It's not an essay in the sense that the others are essays. So here I copied the. There's the citation from the source I was using, and everything turned out okay in it. So here's the article, and I just started off in the article. We on Death Row: From Human and Civil Rights Essential Primary Sources. Paul D'Amato, that's interesting. That should not have been up on that previous line. Discusses, that's how I would start off that article. It just so happened that this article actually had, it is from a book that's a compilation of a bunch of opinions about the death penalty. I'm going to take this down just a little bit. Okay, that helps. Okay. All right. You can see the hanging indent, okay? So it has an editor, so we're getting stuff from the entire book. So that's that. So there my summary would go in this area, and then I centered the word paraphrase, and here's the original quote. Although 38 of the 50 United States retain laws that permit capital punishment, few of them actually perform executions. 5 states currently perform the preponderance of executions: Texas, Florida, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Virginia, with Texas having the greatest number in an average year. And remember looking at the one that showed how many in the states for women? Texas has had the most women. Texas, Oklahoma, and Florida. 3 of those states are mentioned right here. So this is what I might want to paraphrase. So I would come around and I would think, okay, I don't think I can write. I still don't think it's allowing me to draw, but we'll try. Nope, see, it's not highlighted. Okay. So although 38 of the 50 United States retain laws, so I might want to figure out what percentage that is. 38 over 50 is, I'm going to do some quick math, y'all. So would be, well, that's easy. I just multiply 38 by 2, because 50 is half of 100, right? So so 38, so 76%. So I could paraphrase this as around 70, approximately 76% of the United States.
Your conference is scheduled to end in 2 minutes.
Go down here and go.
So is that from the article or?
That is a quote from that article.
So do you take paraphrasing from your summary or from the article?
You take it from the article. No, if you paraphrase your summary, you're paraphrasing what you wrote. I want you to paraphrase what the author wrote in the article.
Underneath it, we're gonna do a quote for the article.
Well, underneath it, you're gonna put the word, you're gonna separate it, put paraphrase, and then put a quote. And I just highlighted and copied this quote directly from that article. So I would go, let's see, I picked one. About 76% of the 50 states in the U.S., so see, I'm kinda, right. No, you summarize the article. The paraphrase is taking at least 30 words, it has to be complete sentences. So you, like, for instance, mine, this happens to be 2 sentences, and it was like 48 words. So I'm gonna paraphrase these 48 words, put them in my own words. But this is a actual quote. That's why you have to give me the quote from the article. Does that make sense? And that's what you're gonna paraphrase. Retain laws. Okay. Still have legal statutes, that's laws, isn't it? Legal statutes that allow
Ms. Thompson?
for the
Your conference is now
execution.
over. Goodbye.
I'm sorry, somebody's asking a question? Question from someone?
Ms. Thompson?
Yes. That is so wrong. Oh, it is time, sorry. Okay. Okay, so are we clear on that? The summary is you taking somebody else, you giving me all the main ideas out of somebody's article in your own words. The paraphrase is taking an actual quote below that and putting it, you give me the actual words from the article, the same article that you summarized. And then you give me, that's okay, go ahead and finish.
Do we have a word count on our summary? Like how many?
The summary, no, the article has to have at least 900 words in it. The summary should run you about maybe a page and a half. It might be longer depending on how long your article is. I have somebody that has a 16-page Word document. Their article is 16 pages. So, out of this group, so.
That paragraph that you're talking about, that goes at the very beginning?
That goes after your summary. So just put an extra space in, center the word paraphrase, and then come in, copy, and I copied from a PDF of that article. I copied it into here, and so now underneath it, I'm just gonna paraphrase it. I'm gonna take the actual words of the author and paraphrase them as practice so I can tell what you're doing. Because what you might, again, you're gonna find out this may take a lot more words than the actual quote did. And that always increases your word count, and some of you have real issues with word counts, right? Yeah? Okay? So, and your draft is due Friday.